Okay. You see the chart again, right?
Yep,
All right. We're with Michelle talking about the Moon Saturn conjunction, the fourth house, Aquarius.
that's me.
Okay, let's do it. So, well, let's just start with the family subject. Or, you know what, before we go to family, let's talk about where do you live currently?
So I do not live in my natal place of birth. My place of birth is my hometown, which is where my mom's family is primarily from. I live about 18 hours away, just on the other side of Toronto, actually. So I live pretty far from natally home. Um, but ironically, like that's been a big theme of the last like year of my life has been if I want to go back or stay.
Okay. So you live in Toronto.
Hmm.
And what is your relationship to Toronto, to the city itself, to being there?
Um, we moved as a family here when I was like 10. My mom moved back to my hometown. Um, and I stayed here. Like my parents moved away when I got became an adult, like they went back home. And I just kind of stayed in Ontario. Um, yeah, my hometown's a very different vibe than Toronto as well. It's very in the middle of nowhere. It's on the ocean. Toronto is obviously Toronto, it's a huge city. So it's not really the same kind of vibe as my hometown at all. But but that's what I love about her is she is on the ocean and she's in the middle of nowhere.
Your hometown, you mean?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay. And so why would you have gone back? Why would you go back there? Because you love it, because it's nice there.
Yeah. It is the dictionary definition of tranquility. There's like nothing around. It is truly in the middle of nowhere. There's like no sense of urban life really at all. It's really, really remote. Um, a lot of wildlife. It's like nature. Like if you want all the nature feels, that's the place. That's the place for you. Um, and yeah, I've always loved it. It always has been like a place of peace for me growing up. We went back there for like summer vacations and stuff a lot, like when I was a teenager and stuff. And that was like always my happy place. Yeah.
But you stayed in Canada.
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry, you stayed in Toronto. You chose not to go back. Is that because of like opportunities and work and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. So it was like my early 20s when they first like moved. So the opportunity just in the city was just a lot more job wise and stuff. So I just kind of stayed here. I had started a relationship in my early 20s as well, and he was from this area. So it was easy to place footing here, if that makes sense. But yeah, in the last like year or so, I've been like contemplating on going back. Um, the city just hasn't been the
Yeah.
vibe.
Do you feel kind of not well in the city?
Yeah, yeah,
Do you feel like it's too many people around?
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like traffic and stuff, or like people on the rail, like on the train, and it's just feeling like you don't have space, maybe?
Yes. I do make the joke all the time that I feel like I should be like a gazelle, but I need to like leap free like a deer all the time. Because yeah, there's it's so crammed. There's no room. to do anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Um, do you live in a very busy part of Toronto?
Yeah. Like a busier part for sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So do you feel like people are getting in your way, or it's kind of like it's not friendly enough, it's too cold?
Yeah.
Or you didn't find community, you didn't find your enclave?
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I always like the small town, like that's what I grew up in. Everybody knows everybody.
Aha.
Everybody knows everybody. Like if I would have been gallivanting, doing delinquent shit as a teenager, someone would have been like, "I know your mom. I'm taking you home," kind of thing. Um,
Okay.
Here we don't have that. Like it's not that kind of vibe.
So I guess that's part of what was drawing you to Toronto in the first place, having some of that freedom from being known by everyone.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah. Yeah.
um okay, the themes of Aquarius are especially like city life. When you're surrounded by people and you have to get along with people, right? Because it's a fixed air sign. So Aquarius represents like humans, the network, the community, the town, the village people, right? They're not all very close to you, but they're a part of your world, kind of.
Hmm.
And so that's why I started with asking you about like the city first. Aquarius in the fourth house makes me think immediately about city life.
Hmm.
And the moon Saturn for me is on two levels. I heard it. The first one is there's not enough space. That feels very Saturn for
Yeah.
you to like experience yourself, right? You don't find like a place to live. How about your apartment building?
Hmm.
How do you feel in your, is it maybe in disrepair, or there's people making noise or something? It feels like it's not perfect, it's not cozy.
Yeah. Yeah. I have like moving for sure has been a forefront of mine for definitely like the last year. Like, and one of them is like I require space. I require like I need some form of quiet. Um I need a nature component. I need to see trees or like I need to like yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Um, why did you move to Toronto from the small town?
So my parents did when I was a kid. We moved here, I was like 10. And my mom moved back a couple of years ago. And I just stayed out of like there was just more opportunity at the time. But yeah.
Okay, so I guess coming to the city for you was also like a very distressing event.
Yeah. It
Or
was definitely a huge culture shock. Coming from the middle of nowhere, like seeing a plethora of cultures, like it was a huge culture shock for me as a
uh-huh.
kid. Um, but yeah,
Did you have a hard time like getting along with people there?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I
So like finding close friends.
think I always felt a little bit of like an oddball here. Like I didn't feel like I fit in at home. I didn't feel like I fit in here. Like here I was so I'm First Nations, like I'm Indigenous of Canada. So like I was always like the oh you must be like riding a moose. You have a pet moose, pet polar bear, shit like that. And then like home, I just didn't have any of the same interests. Like my interests were never the same with wherever I was.
Can you give an example?
Um, like my hometown friends were not interested in my Britney Spears interest when I was a child. versus like when I moved to the city, no one cared that I saw like bears roaming through my backyard. Uh, like the I'm explaining this really bad. Like just the things I was interested were not pertaining to the group of people that I was around, if that makes sense.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, I feel like adding another piece here, just briefly. So I will, because you're born
Yeah.
on the full moon. So, well, both your sun and Mercury in Leo oppose the equipment. Okay, let's just do the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because the Leo's the one to say, hey, look, I want to tell you guys about something, right? So being excitable, kind of sharing something with people, like,
Yeah.
yeah, being engaging, being entertaining. And then there for me is the opposition to the moon Saturn in Aquarius, that the people, the audience Aquarius was a cold audience.
Mm, yeah.
Okay, so you have a hard, it feels like you want to get along with people and you have a natural like I don't like a natural friendliness, just but at the same time you're not getting too close with friends.
Yeah. That feels right.
Did you get outcast from any groups or societies like being a part of something but then you don't really feel like you're wanted?
Uh yeah, I mean like on a societal level, yes. Like I mean, I yeah, like I'm a First Nations person, so like generally on a societal level, I would say yes. We're not really overly loved or I
Why
don't want to say
not?
welcomed, but it's not welcomed. Just like stereotypes, um, just like the general climate between like Canadians and like First Nations people or like Indigenous people in Canada, like
Uh-huh.
the climate is very is very um challenging for sure. Yeah.
Okay, so your kind of relationship to the Canadian public is fraught.
Yeah.
And like the governance structure also, but you somehow live within it.
It's funny because like I've always felt my Aquariusness and my like advocacy bug side of my life.
Okay.
Um yeah, so I did a lot of advocacy work for like indigenous like rights, like human rights kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've always been like the advocacy bug is in all of the Aquarian for sure. Because I get fiery when it comes to like advocacy stuff and like community and like a cultural aspect of like fighting for our rights, you know? But yeah.
Okay, there I would again point out the full moon
Hmm.
in Aquarius conjunct Saturn, because also to advocate is to be Leo, because that an advocate stands up and has a strong message and stands
Hmm.
out no matter what other people are saying.
Hmm.
You know what you're about and you're gonna go. So there I feel the sun in Leo very strongly. But indeed, the people's rights, Aquarius, I feel that
Yeah.
totally. And also notice the conjunction is in your fourth house. The fourth house is where you come from. So like your cultural background or your heritage, right? So
Hmm.
being indigenous would fall into the fourth, right? So there's the moon Saturn Aquarius, that you're indigenous, but it's not that simple, at least not with where Canada's at today.
Yeah.
Okay, so does that mean you also like represented, and I'm sorry, I'm really ignorant about this.
Oh
Like
no.
the word that comes to mind is like representing the reservation.
Yeah. So I was like the only healthcare student that was a part of it. So I did a lot of, I specifically myself just talked about healthcare and like Indigenous peoples and healthcare systems and mental health and blah, 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 blah. So yeah, I specifically tackled one specific part of it, and it was around like the healthcare side of things, like it's just like treatment in hospitals, lack of resources, funding, all that kind of crap. But yeah.
Okay. Right. So do you see the Aquarius in that? Because the Aquarius is the public work, right? So representing lots of people and their needs, and also thinking about public services like hospitals and what they don't have enough of. So being so kind of involved on that social layer. Most
Hmm.
people don't give a damn, but clearly you're um
Yeah.
not that way. By the way, the hospital and healthcare stuff also makes me think about your Virgo placements in the 11th that we won't get to, but just to flag that for you.
Hmm. Cool.
Okay. How do you like relate to your family themselves? I guess your parents separated because you said your mom moved back.
Yes. Um, so yeah, like there's a physical distance from the majority of my family. My yeah, like the entirety of my maternal side is in my hometown pretty well. Um,
Mhm.
and yeah, it's definitely more challenging. I'm definitely closer with my maternal side as well. Um, I have a definitely a more of a relationship with my mom's side versus my dad's side. Um, and yeah, I'm like I don't really have a relationship with my dad's side at all. It's pretty much my mom's side. Um, yeah.
What happened with your dad's side?
Um, I just never felt like they really liked me. I think they just didn't like my mom, and I always just felt like a repercussion of that, I guess. Like they didn't like my mom. They were very openly not a fan of my mom. Um Cultural aspects a little bit too. Um that I just kind of took it as a kid as like you guys just don't really like me or not really that interested in me. And it kind of just it's been like that my whole life pretty well.
Okay. Do you
Yeah.
feel that the moon Saturn fourth, not being liked by your family, not getting close to them, they don't like your mom, it's always a point of tension, conflict, and distance.
Mm-hmm.
Not something cozy. Even though you should be well connected to them, but they reject.
Yep. Yeah.
Your parents are different culturally.
Yes.
How so?
Dad is white, mom is native
I see.
or
Interesting.
indigenous. Yeah.
So you think it had something to do with that, your mom being native?
Mm-hmm.
Is that like something to look down on in Canada? Like,
Yeah. And like that's how my dad's side of the family has been looking at it very derogatory.
uh-huh. So there was kind of like a social class system that you were impressed
Yeah.
by your own family as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've always felt lower class, like a lower class citizen in a way, is it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And like being indigenous as well for Canada, that's like one of the things that we get in like stereotypes and like derogatoriness all the time is like a trailer trash kind of.
Uh-huh.
That makes
Okay,
sense.
do you hear? There's the Aquarius again. Why? Because you're being grouped into a certain community, but in your case, it's the Moon Saturn community. It's a bad community. It's a trailer trash community. It's a don't get close to them community. Right? And it's in the fourth house, which is Canada, because Canada is your home country.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it feels like, yeah, being like never being cared for by the system. That's the other thing that comes up.
Yep, for sure.
Was your family like a social family or the opposite?
Uh, social for sure. There's a lot of them. It's huge. It's
Okay,
very,
it's a
very big.
big family. Okay. There
Hmm.
I feel the Aquarius as well, right? Because when it's very big, you start to become a little more distant because it's like you're a whole clan.
Hmm.
Do you have
Yeah.
any brothers and sisters?
I have a sister. My sister ironically also has a fourth house moon. Um,
Okay.
but she's a Gemini moon, but she's an Aquarius rising.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I found it really interesting looking at her chart because we have 10 years difference between us two. And she's also a Leo sun. We're 9 days
Hmm.
apart. Yeah. But she has an Aquarius rising, Gemini moon, and Leo sun. But yeah, I just have one little sister.
Okay, little.
Yep.
Were you responsible? Like, were you her big sister? Like, she would hang out with you, and you kind of had, once she was born, you had more responsibilities for her to take her places as well, to be with her around your friends.
Yep. Yeah. I make the joke all the time that she's my first child.
Okay. I feel like you didn't have a chance to like really make friends or feel accepted.
Hmm. I took care of her a lot in my teens, for sure.
Okay, so you didn't have a chance to like really socialize.
Yeah.
When we're going through this and we know you know that we're just focusing on these two, is anything coming, do you feel like it's connecting or do you feel like you're too far away with understanding the separate parts to see how they're being combined in your story?
No, it makes total sense, especially when you say certain aspects of things. I'm like, oh yeah, that it makes a lot of sense for sure. Yeah.
Did you also like not have easy access to the TV or to the internet?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't.
Maybe
Yeah.
like it's even you don't get the signal in the small village, for example.
Yeah.
And also I feel like you depend maybe on the public transport.
Hmm.
Do you?
Hmm.
So you have to like arrange your days and sometimes maybe there's like repairs and that extends your commute.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm also feeling like you being connected to to history,
I am a history buff. I do like it.
the history of the people especially.
Yeah.
Stories of different cultures and the things that they overcame.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you do for work?
So that has also been like my last year is like I've had like I'm definitely in the process of like a career change. So I came from like the advocacy side of things and like healthcare. Before that, I was in beauty. I've been really all around. Um, so yeah, work has definitely been something that I can feel is shifting right now. Which has been a point of my stress.
Because
Um, just like not sure where to go, like just direction wise. Like I just stopped enjoying aspects of my last job, like just the healthcare side of it just like wasn't fulfilling. Um, I definitely feel like I have to love my work. If I don't like it, it just is just not a good time for me. Um, So it's just been like trying to figure out like what I want to do and like the direction that I want to go. But yeah.
Okay, now I feel you being an administrator, and there's lots of people calling in or coming in that have problems.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to meet with these people's problem and also work with like software. You don't have the choice, but you have to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could see that.
About your work changing, that's kind of, I just felt like mentioning it. It's because Pluto is opposing your Mercury.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, Pluto is going to transit, I mean, there's a, because you going back home, right? That makes me think about Pluto conjunct your moon Saturn. That makes me wonder if there's changes happening also to your hometown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like it's expanding or there's new people coming or it's like not the same as you used to remember it, but it feels like it's
Mm-hmm.
maybe something else that's being degraded by the country is that hometown that you love.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the transit Pluto is at 5 degrees, exactly opposite your Mercury at 5 degrees. So that for me is like the directionlessness, right? So that should continue for the next like year. There's those big changes coming.
Mm.
All right, let's pause here for today.
That's cool.
How do you feel or what do you think? Because you're kind of a bubbly person, and sometimes when you stop explaining, I'm wondering. So,
No, I'm just taking it all in.
okay,
It's just really cool to hear it all be broken down too. Like you obviously see aspects of it physically on a chart, but to like have it be explained as well. And I knew obviously internally and like the Leo Aquarius opposition, I know is very big and integrated into me. So yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I feel that ruling over the people or representing them.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Good. I'm going
Yeah.
to stop recording here, and you and I can talk for just a couple more minutes. So that was Michelle and I looking at the Moon Saturn conjunction, and we're signing out.
Woo.
So we'll see you guys next time.